Oh, no, I can't start on that for music. That's not relaxing music. No, 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 no. That's not gonna do it all. No, no. We gotta have nice, relaxing music. What have we got on the list here? That should be nice and relaxing, aside from Keen's sound being way too high. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in relaxing survival here in Space Engineers, where hopefully things will be far better than they were last week. Because when you have something that affects you every time you go into your inventory when you're trying to move lots of inventory around in that episode, it's not exactly all that relaxing. It is also going to be relaxing because Mr. Farrell was up until all godly hours of the morning dealing with compromised email account and many, many password resets and account setups. So, let's talk about where we are here. I've made some changes, or more accurately, I spent some time after last episode doing all sorts of cleanup and finishing up welding and everything, so everything down here is actually pretty much good to go. And maybe I'm being a little bit optimistic putting the spotlight there. I don't think it's going to quite work out. Unfortunately, there's a very clearly a side mount on that spotlight, but it won't actually mount to that for some reason. We head upstairs. You'll see that the shaft has been completed, and I also threw in spacebar's armored conveyors so that I could have a bit of a better shot at getting a nice airtight shaft and still be able to get the cargo down here. So all of that was welded up last week. We got our hatch up at the top. And if I come on out into the open here, you can see I did some, well, a lot of cleanup actually in here. We've got everything for the walls and the floors welded up. And actually looking pretty darn sharp, I must say. I'm liking the new battered armor texture and what that does for the game. Moved the vehicles around a little bit so I can actually, you know, walk and not have to jump over everything to get in and out. Also updated the cargo network, so now we've got a proper run through here. The wall's been welded back up. This is still here because obviously my bobs are still connected to it. I got a little bit of repair work to do out here. This is now goes nowhere, does nothing. There's nothing underneath the ground here. Just leaving it there for I don't know, pleasant reminder. And obviously completed out the platform as well. We've got our ramp in place. This is all stuff that I just don't want to waste time on stream. Also redid this front wall section a little bit. I tried the armor, the extended armor blocks mod. There's a version that's supposed to be fixed for textures, and unfortunately it's not. So yeah, we'll kind of tweaked it a little bit just to go with this, so that way the added armor texture actually holds for everything. So that's what we've got. I added a couple of mods this week also. We've got attachments, because obviously if I want to build... It's going to be interesting to see if I can pull this off. The elevator that's going to be fitting inside of this tiny little area. I did try a little bit of off-world experimentation, and your mileage may vary. First things first, though, I actually need more room. Another problem that I might be running across with this elevator is I think, well, I can't confirm it, but certainly on my test world, the elevator blocks themselves were, or not elevator blocks, sensor blocks were bugged for some reason. I'm hoping that's not the case, that it was just some weird sort of glitch and that there's really nothing wrong I have to worry about, but we'll see. Need to do this on the inside here, because I found out that the attachment block and blocks in proximity to it, I kind of knew about it anyways, don't work too well together. I thought, Ian, did you undo your... No, because you still have those... I'm still getting used to the new block rotation menus. It's a real pain. I already got my hotbar anyways. Alright. Also, changed. They still haven't actually formally announced. Surprise if you are used to playing the game. Yeah, there have been many attempts to get elevator mods going, and most of the ones on the workshop don't work. Haven't worked in some time. I was even looking at just like there's a nice elevator mod that has the car, just the elevator car itself. I'm thinking, okay, well, if I could do that and then do an attachment around it or a piston and transition everything over and back and forth on it, and I could kind of drag that up and down the shaft, but that would have required a much larger mine shaft, and to boot, the mod was from like 2015, so typically when you start getting that far back into the modding, you're starting to look at mods that have texture problems. The dreaded purple and pink pox of missing textures. And yes, I'm doing hand drilling in this section at least. Now the trick for this is I've got to get a block up and over this for the attachment point to sit on. There. Figure out how far up I have to go to get that placement. Might be able to do it right off of there. There. That should give me enough room. Okay. Not only that, but I also need to actually... This shaft does... Come on, get rid of voxels. Thank you, game. Don't want to bash the armor up, please. I just want to get rid of voxels. Aiming was actually a bit more accurate. Realistic, that'd be great. Alas, it is not. Not gonna get salty. Not gonna salt... Keep me off the salty path tonight, guys. Counting on you. Girl needs to be on a low sodium diet this week, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so that's the top. I still have to go through and tweak these blocks as well, because, well, they just they aren't gonna fit. Attachment's great, but you do definitely have to respect some of the limitations it still has, and well, one of them is you gotta watch your clearance. Gotta watch your clearance, Clarence. And in a ways, it's actually nice because this sort of mirrors the same look we've got going on downstairs too. So can't complain about needing to be a bit. What did you get? Gain. Fix your block aiming. Gonna get salty. Not gonna get salty. Does fit the motif downstairs, so there we got that going for us. Kill them all. Shit, wrong stream. Yeah. I don't have to kill anyone. I don't have any rovers that are exploding in my face or ships showing up in orbit driving me absolutely batty. Nope, we got none of that here. Nice, purely relaxing survival. If you still believe that, I've got a lovely piece of real estate in Brooklyn I can sell you. Just kidding. Mr. Farrell is not a licensed real estate agent after all. Okay, that gets... Should work. Now we need our attachment point. Oh boy. Here's where things are gonna get interesting. I think I need the services of a Bob, actually, because I don't want to get in there and try to weld that, so as I'll turn him back on. I just need to adjust his serviceable area, potentially. Oh, he found something to weld up. Let's turn that on. Alright. Little area. Let's... Oh, right, yeah, because he's working on that thing, trying to fix it. I need to fix that, you silly guy. Tearing it down. It's gonna go away. Build repair. Let's kick you. I think there's a slight offset between these two as it stands, so let's go ahead and get that fixed first. Oh, maybe it is okay. Maybe just overlaying a bit. There we go. Work in the hangar area. Nice. Already done. Okay. That is the base plate where we're going to mount all this stuff up. Now, question is the game going to cooperate with me tonight? Also warn you, I am not going to be doing this with any sort of proper efficiency. I would definitely, beyond all reservations, recommend that if you want to try something like this, go watch Splitsy's videos, because really he does this properly. And also in large grid, small grid makes this a lot harder. You can go 3 like that. Actually, no, this is going to clang out immediately. Never mind. You go over one more block. Because we know we can block half the, we can walk through a half block gap, so. I'm going to kind of do that. Now for the fun part. I got to figure this one out. I didn't get a chance to test this out on a test world. Need you to bend. Go into the next row of stuff to connect. If the game will let me place it. So now where I enter the living nightmare that is Keen's block placement system. You've got small grid within close proximity to it. I want to do this. I need pistons, but I need them to be mounted in reverse. Kind of? Yeah, because if I mount them right now, just where I could here, go one block further over. Let's get this right from the get-go, so I don't have to tear everything apart. I hope this works. It'll be fine. If they rotate 90, it doesn't kill me. Let's see. I hope we're all well. I hope Waste's voice is doing better. Good grief. It has been difficult, to say the least. So here's the problem. If I mount these pistons going up, they're just going to undo everything here. And at the same time, I want to kind of have the platform... How am I doing this? Hold on, I'm missing something here. I am indeed. I am most certainly missing things. I need to worry about mounting upside down. I need to worry about lots of blast door blocks. Like I said, this is not going to be efficient. I'm just hoping it will work. Barrel and complex creations in this game generally don't go well with each other. Especially things involving high potential of clangitude. And that won't work either. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Go away. Even if I only have one bob working this will still work. I need a row to come down next to it, so I need this to be a straight block on the inside. Like so. That and Splits is able to do this looking much more impressive on large grids, so just going to be happy if this thing doesn't. No. Let's just say also that the next problem I have is going to be sensors, and regarding the door that's down here, which is partially obscured by the Bob symbol, which I guess I can turn off the repair show area stuff now. There seems to, at least as of last week, have been a bit of a bug that allows a small grid to phase through doors if you do it just right. I don't know if that's been consistently there, but it sure as heck amused me when I saw it. And you just dropped a unknown signal literally on my head. All right. Keeping in mind that I am running low on hydrogen. To the point of, can I pop over here? Pop off. These guys refill. They're already full. As soon as I remove one bottle, it just starts to really irk me because then the other bottle is not in the same place in the inventory. Drop that right on my lap. I mean, you can't let that go. You're just other side. Keep it going. Perfect. Are you gonna give me skeleton boots? A badger welder. Oh joy, my problems are solved. Unless my inventory is full, which is not going to help. I'm going to drop off in that cargo container and kick it back to base. Oh, actually, scrap. Scrap. Hey, nobody got time for scrap. Really, that was enough to almost make that. I'll admit, when you sit there and you watch something like Star Citizen streams that people have been doing and videos that they've been doing lately, there are aspects of it that, yeah, I'm sorry, Keen, they've kind of got you beat. Not that elevators aren't just as buggy over there, but yeah, you were complaining my inventory was full, so I dropped the scrap, which let me pick everything up, but then it's moving right along. Back to your hole, down, down, down into the ground. I'm out of resources. There's something. Alright, now for the fun part. I'm overboard on this thing. I did not actually measure just how much space, how many pistons I actually needed to build into this thing. So I think I'm going to open that door down there proactively here. That tiny little thing, sliver. Welder. Welder. Come here, welder. Over here. There you go. sometimes if you're nice to the game and you give it some excitement, it'll finally figure itself out. All right, so that's the roof of our lovely little... All right, it's not that anymore. It's in that one. Roof of our elevator there. All right, and I can't reset by double clicking or reselecting the tool part. Work game. We're gonna bring down our wall like that. And you know, the fun part. Nope, can't do that. I have to. There's no S curve shape. Can't do a diagonal transition from one side of a half block to another. Even the armor packs don't have it. Let's see what I can do. And then... Oh, not a half slab in the shaft itself. It doesn't have to be very big. I mean, it just has to be something that I can step on and off of. And this qualifies. That's proving to be interesting to maneuver around and try to place this. That's where 4K monitors do not help out. Alright, let's also... Just gonna vent out the underground area. But I do not want... Let's just say that this, when it phases through a door, gets interesting. Give it a little bit of a different paint job here, too. Sorry about that. Trying to avoid not becoming the next victim of Wasted bronchitis, and why it requires me taking a little break every now and then. The phlegm is real, trying to avoid turning into something more contagious. A bit of a floor, and the upper half. Let's go. Let's see what the wood looks. I mean, it's the grain texture on the small grids doesn't look great to begin with. There's a bit more of a color to it. Green, could go with that. Needs something. I just don't know what that would look like. Oh, that's actually okay. That does a better job bringing out the grain. That's why it was all white. So let's fix that. And yes. Dark green wood to go with that black on the bottom there. Putting all of this effort into super texturing an object which may or may not explode when it gets down there. This can't possibly go wrong. Sad. No, not a button panel, please. Just a button. No button panel. Single small grid button, please. That's all I want. Just button. I just want. Why can't you just give me a small grid button? Why are you giving me the button panel? I did not ask for the button panel. I want a button. Just a plain old button. Give me a button. I know you want to give me a small button out here, but I want a small button in here. This piece will not do. It will immediately clang out. I could go for the small panel. It's 4 extra buttons I don't really need, but... Alright. I can barely just touch any of those. Alright, let's get our pistons grouped up. Nice white to go with the gray. Yeah, the white just doesn't work well with the wood texture, which is kind of funny. Loses too much of the definition on it. Pistons. Elevator. Let's drop that by half. Full max distance. Keep the default settings otherwise. Oh, what's the worst that could happen with this? Hits the spotlight down there and blows up. Or stops me 1 block just short. Oh, so close. Now the idea is down here, what I want to do is actually put in a sensor that I can use to, also the problem is the button is now way up there. I definitely need to figure out a more local placement of that. Another bit of a tease from the game of a block that will not give me what I need. I can try game, but your unknown signal has no impact on me anymore. Your efforts are futile. Yeah, I definitely also need to slow down the piston speed because this is way too unstable. Look at that back and forth. That is... yeah. Oh, good. Get me off the... can we just for shits and giggles? Yeah, that's a bit smoother going down at least. Until it gets way to the into the pistons. Yep. This is fine. I see absolutely nothing wrong with this at all. Let's get a look here. Yep. Yep. Seems norm. Seems fine. I can't... you know, this should go fine. This is not gonna cause any problems whatsoever. How is it only... which grid is actually doing the worst of the vibrating here? This is why I kind of need to replace this run with pistons going the other direction. Because then that way I could extend those. Extend the other direction? No, because if I put pistons in here, it's going to push that piece further up, and therefore it won't drop as far. I just probably... What's the problem? It's positioned perfectly for me to... a bit of a trip up there. If this gets any worse. Much better. Kind of. It's gonna fit through the door. It's just I need 1, maybe 2 more pistons to make it. It's gonna affect the curling up at the top, unfortunately. The elevator won't have the same load place. Hey, Lucas. How do we make that work? Ouch. I don't know if I can. I might have to raise the elevator exit a bit further or drop it down up here, which is kind of difficult considering I'm running cargo right by it at the moment. Because all of this is still kind of temporary up here. Once I find a better place to fit this underground, this whole melange of parts needs to go down there. I also need to get that vent actually out of the hangar up here. Because as soon as I seal this roof up and drop the doors, then my O2 runs out when this room depressurizes. Down or not? if I do that, then the door either has to start here and we slope down there. Or slope down here and the door is there. Add anything that might help me out here. Nope, not really. Tell you what. See what our options are down below. Certainly. Great. Thank you for not picking that up, Bob. He even finished off the ones over here, and they went flying, too. That's interesting. Okay, so I need one more. Raise this up one. Oh, no, game, you don't say my inventory is full, really? I had no idea. What a shocker. Let's see, if we do one floor higher, that means the exit is here. I could continue the stairway up. Clear some stone to do it, but it's possibly doable. In fact, actually, I can take advantage of it. Let's see. I might be able to simplify this design a little bit now that I'm looking at this. Back to that battered. Stick the door there for that exit. And I can keep this entire thing potentially sealed. Except for I need a light to go up it. Needs a light, and I don't think these are going to be airtight for what I'm looking for, if I remember right. Not to mention a spot is overkill in there. Light. A light that is a block. And unfortunately, I believe room lamps are still out of the question. Sorry about that. The problem I found with the room lamps is the latest update broke them. Let's see if it actually works. Thanks for doing that. Because if I go into this and kick the sucker, juice it. You see, it's not lighting the room at all. I mean, the block doesn't even take on the light, so... Unfortunately, room lamps are not an option at the moment. Which is kind of sad. I've gotten used to those. Let's see, on the ceiling I just did vanilla armor. Put that back. So you are dropping down to this floor. Means I need something under. There's some blocks that would work for this. Perfect. All right. So that'll work for that. And then to go one step further, seeing as I am in that situation currently. All right, get out of my way, Rock. Set you up to reverse piston so we can bring the elevator back down. Kind of awkward spot for the call sign to be, but okay, I gotta fine tune that a little bit. Yeah, I gotta fine tune that a lot. Yeah, I can... Let me get... No, Okay, I guess I'm going to be fine-tuning this while I'm riding it. This does not seem hazardous in the slightest. What's the worst that could happen? Don't answer that. Need to... First one of you. Okay, well, you're not clearly going to help. You're really clearly not going to help. Why are... Oh dear, I think the whole piston grid's clanged out right now. Yeah, because you're definitely not reversing. No, you are. Now it's... Did I misread that? Huh. Look, do I just need to remove... Guess what I really need is a half block down here. Because I would like to keep it within a nice floor. Reality of it is, it does need... Thank you, Bob. Bob, you want to finish that? Okay, you don't. Last piston, let's go ahead and re-extend you. Okay, so not that far. Probably half extension on it will do. Yeah, that's a bug, isn't it? I forgot about that one. Yep, you gotta keep going back and forth in between stuff to update that. What can you do? Reverse. Let's see how that looks. A bit of a step up. We can do better than that. We can so do better than that. We have decimal places. Of course we can do better than that. There we go. Just a little walk on and off of the elevator. Preferably while not crouched, please. Yeah. I like that. So now I just need to figure out lighting in here. Right. I could stick a light on the... because there's a grid up there that would clang out with. So it'd come up to here and it'd bump into the glass door there and smash itself to shreds. I think I need anything at too high a level. Let's put a... Oh, I was afraid of that. You're not gonna let me put anything there. Okay. So be it. Should've got the button in beforehand. Should mean shaft at least is air. No, it's not airtight because that door down there and the stones. It's too dark down in this level. Can I get a corner light in here? Maybe do a little bit of turbo lift lighting, except no, you're not gonna... Oh, game. You'll let me get away with some things, but not other things once I get in place. Oh, well. You're gonna let me do... Yep. So I can't put any direct lighting in. However, can I cheat the game? I'm looking for a very specific set of parts here. I hope these are airtight. If not, this is going to be a very useless elevator shaft. Using this one on the ground city I've been working on. on and off over the last few years. Did a little bit of a video on the channel about that the other day. Well, it looks pretty good from afar. It's not that bad close up, too. Unfortunately, they don't take colors, these pillars. And I also don't know if they're airtight. I'm also apparently causing massive clang out on the ladder behind me. The, whatchamacallit, shaft behind me. It may be a miracle if I actually get these placed. Just to throw a little bit of detail in on our mining shaft here. Well, not mining shaft. Personnel elevator. Our engineer locomotion device. Okay, still needs a lot of parts. Also, way out. I might turn down the piston speed too overall. I think it's kind of... Yeah, especially because I'm seeing stuff clang out there in the background. Let's avoid that. Slow that Mustang down. Set velocity much smaller, please. What's that? Much better. So this will look better once you actually get to see those lights continue all the way down in emissives. That works. Let me get you over to those stairs. Without Keen being an utter... the process. Seriously, did they do something with the hand drill effective reach now? Because now it seems like it's... You get the slightest bit of overlap, it's gonna wreck everything. You lost and gained sensitivity again here? Or I am curious. Just get down to the next level, please. Thank you. Alright, so you're over here. Seal that up properly now. So then... This, when I get the door back in place. Small grid spot on the ceilings, not a bad idea. Game door, thank you. Kind of see that working. I mean, the real problem is the fact that it's the it's gonna be all the way up there, and the top is already pretty well lit from the lights coming from the outside. Let's move that way. So we have a down. No, I can't do down. We gotta turn a corner. Down. Turn a corner again. This will be down to that level, corner, that level, that level. It's gonna make getting onto this ladder tricky. They didn't give us a railingless version of the stair, unfortunately, like Chowstall has. Make things a bit tricky through here. Oh, that in effect, I'm hand doing this stuff through here. And I've got to reseal all of this stuff up after I finish, so that way it's actually airtight. Which to go that. Am I out of steel plates or something up there? Must be. Kind of feel like it needs something different here almost. I've got this whole cave entrance in here, and unfortunately I can't just leave the cave entrance there because voxels are not airtight, but what I do is actually, yeah, I can do this. These stairs are weird in that they face one direction only. It'll be a bit weird when I get to this landing, but yeah, this will work. So we got a little bit of a landing here and a bit more room to walk off of these stairs too. Just have to stairs in the right spot. So we split the difference. So we've got a set of stairs going up here. Just the weirdest of all transfer landings, but works. It works. Any landing that you can successfully walk on is a good landing, right? I know. Bad pun. Bad pun. We can't walk up there. Do we have... That's another thing. I need a catwalk that protects you from going down the stairs a weird way. I think the only decent one... So they gave us this... It's great that King gave us a straight catwalk, but there needs to be one without railings that curves. They're giving us some interesting stuff, but with catwalks, it really kind of has to be all or nothing. And then, of course, the other problem is that, yeah, no attachment points. How am I going to do that? Usually what I'll wind up doing is using a wing section, the backside of the piece underneath it. I don't want to drag out the wall to be a flat wall here. I mean, I've got that whole shape going on down here. Also, let's close that off so we're not exposed to the vacuum down there. I want to get up. I want to get up. Let me up. About... Build pad's not going to do it. I could... Try something here. Okay. Well, Keen did not make that doable. Yep, put railing on. That seems like that should be a valid anchor point, honestly, but okay. The problem with, and I do like the MA spots, that's why I had the one that was down here at the start of the episode. The problem is that your control over them isn't all that great. So you get a very... I mean, you guys know, if you've seen this series so far, you know I tinker with these lights to the nth degree with various settings to make them work. So when you get a light that you can't actively control, it kind of is like, his stuff is doing great on the rovers. I mean, that is without a doubt very useful, especially, I mean, if you saw that on the Kerbal Space Engineer series stream on Saturday with Wasted Space and Co, you'll know that works out extremely well on the rovers we've got there. Being able to actually see where you're driving at night is so much of a nice thing. Not just this tiny, barely illuminated cone that gives you no depth perception. That, and has to be welded. That does not as a corner. This does. That also means I got a quick way down if I really want to get down there. Yeah, I like the idea that they gave us these graded half stairs, but there needs to be an opposite side mounted version, and there needs to be railings that kind of support blocking off being able to do that and walk straight down. That does seems like a something that Space OSHA would be very interested in issuing some massive fines over. Okay, so we need to back up into there. Can you just get the grid before I lose the block? Thank you. Good grief. All I want to do is place a block. Come on. I must have gotten my fingers mixed up there. And this is all not going to necessarily stay the whole gunmetal gray theme down here. This is definitely all negotiable, shall we say. Except for the fact that I can't walk up that and I'm missing tons and tons of parts all over the place. Well, let's try something here. They said they fixed this in the patch notes. They did, but I'm willing to bet they didn't. For example, okay, they did fix the click and open slot changes the focus properly. But if I've got the top row of, if I had the refiner in the screen before, and I had nickel that I was putting into it, it would have automatically put it in here for me. Now, because the slot selection is explicitly up at the top, and for that matter, oh, Keen, you've introduced a new bug. I can't select the top layer of the refinery block right now. I have to okay, let's recreate this one. Let me show you how this goes wrong. Okay, I can't double do that, but you see all my bars over here just went active. If I do this, it is reset to the bottom, but now if I try to go back to the top, it immediately kicks me back to the bottom. Until I click somewhere on the bottom, which you'll see that button just knocked itself out, and now I can go up to the top. Bless their hearts, they try. Alright, we need a lot more oddball stuff, so things like that. Construction components, certainly. I'll help that over there. And this thing. Do I have anything I can use for that? I want to give it a window. I don't want to do a pillar. It's not going to align properly. I guess I could try the old button panel trick. Which I'm going to need lots of interior plate anyways. Which means I actually need to produce that. Alright, let's see. You won't let me do that, but if I were to say... This is going to be it's a bit janky. It kind of looks like it wants to connect to the top side of that stair nicely because it's got a good overhang on it, but the bottom sides, yeah. Can't use a welding strip because it's not an attachable surface. Bring it under itself. That's an option, yeah. Does eliminate the concern with the railings letting you fall to your death on this world. Does pose a challenge because Keen doesn't have a scaffolding block that's textured properly for that. And the nice thing about leaving it on the side here is I've got all this room to work with. Also, even if I were to do this, I'd run into the same problem. I don't have anywhere to attach this stair. So I still need to find something to put under it. something that will give it an attachment point on the top. That's going to be centered, so it's not going to look good. You're really out of ideas here? Actually position something on top of the ATM? Probably not, because it's flush mount. Stick the contract block or a store block or something in there, but there's nowhere to pipe it up easily. Oh, that turned out all around the outside here. I guess we can always go for the standby. Okay, what did I not? Uh-oh. Oh dear, did I forget something? Missing a bunch of detail blocks. Where's the detail blocks? Like the flat wing pieces that I so love to use? Oh. Okay, what else can I throw in there? Nothing's really... Core block's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Got something in the armor mods I can throw at it. It's the closest I really could kind of do. It'll look a bit janky. It's gonna be that. That should give me a mount point to actually connect that stair up now. No, of course not. Welcome to Decorating and Space Engineers, where sometimes the rules just make no sense. Okay, that's not gonna work. I have to use a sloped armor block to make it go back on itself so the block would be on the ceiling. Yeah, I don't wanna... I don't know. That one didn't work. What if I use the other armor mods? Because you'll actually amusingly let me place that. I find that all funny as heck. It's not actually... The only thing it's connected to is the back end of that stair. Nope. Oh, and you can... Hello, Mr. Farrell. Yes. Stream has just caught on to it. I'm missing parts. I have been trying to build many things, some of which would have worked perfectly fine. Okay, so that's no good. Let's pull back to... I've got to use it. I kind of like the chunky part of that. So do that. There. It still kind of looks a bit, you know, wonky, but it's not going to help. The second I get rid of that, down comes the stair. Another thing I could do is try to attach it from the top side. Where having that wing block would come in very handy. What else do we have to play with? Oddball shapes, oddball shapes. I want something that's really not intrusive by much. Or a piece might work. And I could even color that. So you need plenty of small steel tubes. Let's go get some of those queued up. Okay, it's weird, but I might be able to... I might be able to make it work weird. Let's try... armor. Actually, no. That... Bit of a shine. Yeah, that doesn't really... I suspect we're not getting the full proper implementation of texture here. There we go. That'll work. Just a tiny little bit of color out of nowhere, making itself at home. It's So I made 200 steel tubes. Where are you putting these? Are you just eating them for breakfast? I've got 12 in here. Am I out of the range of Bob's down here with that? Huh. Apparently so. That built. That built. This is the platform of doom in this gravity. Alright. Back to the dark armor, vanilla texture. Fix the scroll. Don't block it, it won't weld it. That's cute. Okay. So since the shaft up at the top is open, I'm gonna pressurize. Also, also not the recommended way to dismount. Vanilla world, that would not be a problem. High gravity world, just a little bit too much of a jump. Hey, on the upside, I've got corpse disposal room down here. And get that out of the way, please. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I am not making it disco. That thing is going to be deadly enough as it is. Might do. Jetpack turned on properly because Keen decides how you want to. They want to have the jetpack on, not you. Let's fix up that back trailing edge. That needs to be carbon fiber. And then I think I'm not going to do a rotating light on it. I think that's kind of going one step too far in the cheesiness direction. Might do. Oh, right. Yeah, because all my tools. I'm going to keep doing that. That's going to be a problem. Gonna have some words about that soon. Those, that, those, and certainly those, and that. And what? We have no steel plate? This is madness. Cue it up. I'm not worried about the amount of, I'm really not worried about the amount of iron that I'm going through with this. All the iron. Where am I stuck? In a weird spot there. What? Find some way to keep myself from launching down the trap there. Also, the stairs are a different color. There, now they all match. Let's actually do light. I like this because the light will move with the elevator as it goes down. Live with that. It's even colored to match the block in this case. Radius fall off, intensity, standard indoor, light off. Needs a light on top as well, I would say. Fortunately, that's not going to interfere with that. Aside from the fact I've got a wobbly, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey ball of elevator here. It's fine. It's all fine. Not a problem. Nothing wrong here at all. Just standing on a hot light. Grids. Oh, am I out of grids? I think I was got to worry about that for a while. Okay. Well, at least I'm in a good spot to go out and do something about that. Cobalt. I believe we had found some cobalt. Yeah, 3 kilometers off. And I need myself this guy out of the way. Or I have a bit of a Jenga puzzle when it comes to getting these guys moving. Why are you not moving? Oh, right, wheels. Turn the wheels off to save power. The big, giant, shining beacon of a vehicle there. Lights in every direction. Hey, this guy. It's about time he lived up to what he was supposed to be built for. Aside from one final change I gotta make to him. Yeah. Okay. Bobs, you want to help me out here? Because I am kind of stuck. The game is not actively letting me move. I can't move at all. Apparently, the survival kit decided to get in on the act of storing some stone up. Bob? Okay, there we go. I'm free. Surprise. Any other surprises? Aside from the fact that my grid is now permanently glitched forward, it seems. Oh, you. Come on. Fucking break. Oh, yeah. Now it's that the reason why I did that was because it's notoriously front heavy now. We can fix that. I'm gonna just get the med components back on. I didn't exactly want that to be sticking that far out of the back of that rover. That was going to most definitely become an issue at some point. Look at that. Waited just nice up until the point where the 2 cargo containers fill up. I'm sure that won't pose a problem at all. Just how front heavy this thing was. Need to... Since I have the technology to do it... You know how I love to put batteries on the bottoms of things and then they bottom out and things stop becoming happy things? Alright, yeah, let's go. Azimuth battery. I am not putting a full-on size underneath that. That would be insanity. I think I've got enough power cells for that. Yep, beautiful. Okay. The other thing I need is wherever I stuck the reactor this time. I think is still out here. Either going to be on it or somewhere else. Not there. It's not on that one. Did I leave that on this grid? We've got plenty of uranium at this point. I just need the cobalt and then I need to start thinking about getting some bigger and better reactors on this grid. There it is. Yoink. Okay. Do I really trust myself? Got there. Alright, I'm gonna trust I'm not gonna manage to roll this rover, guys. Need more bobs? Nope. That is part of my challenge. I only have bobs that I've got or have repurposed into bills, and that's it. If I lose them, I am out bobs. So naturally I have a very vested interest actually putting that reactor in the proper spot for starters. I can actually touch it, aka feed it. Since it's not linked up to anything in the cargo network. Alright. Very vested interest in keeping everything intact. That hangar door there. Alright. Let's go find us some cobalt. Exactly where it is, how to get there, how not to go rolling off the hill like a certain rover on Mars. Yeah, rear wheel is definitely a problem. Need to get some more weight in the back end of this rover. But she's handling nice, all things considered. He says as he lets off the gas going up the hill, expecting the drill extension to plow into the ground in front of him. The fun thing is I didn't even give myself a, I think put an ore detector on this thing. So while I know from my previous driving that there is cobalt in this area, I have no idea where it freaking is. Aha! Alright, let's see if we can figure out exactly where we can get to it. So I can get Bill to work here. I'm not gonna rip Bill off going that fast. Fine. You know, it's not like I'm in a habit of bringing around extra parts or anything, but, you know, whether it's extra parts on the rover, I don't really mind. Yeah, it's heavy and everything. If I were to go down a very steep hill, I'm definitely going to lose it, but... Okay, so I need to get down to that level. Alright, Bill. Time to earn your pay. Go. Pretty good positioning there. Drill system. Let's be all manner of out of whack because of the changes I was using it to pull out custom areas of the base below. So let's just do a quick reset. Show area. All right, that is our total mining area based off the center of the drill head. We just need to do two things. One, make sure the ejector's off. Because otherwise that would have been embarrassing. Turn throughout off. Two, we need tell the drill system, whatever you do. He says, pausing, trying to find it. Settings for drilling. Please do not drill stone. We got so that way I can now just set this thing to drill an entire area. Do vertical. Further -15. Let's see where that leaves me down here. Oh, that's perfect. Now I won't have my rover winding up going down into a massive pit. It looks like it's close enough that they have found some things. Certainly found something to mine off in that distance. I mean, I'm certainly also well within range of that guy there. Let's grab... Oh, that's just freaky flying through that. That might be a bit better of a perspective. You're mining... No, that's my shaft down, and that's the area it's mining out right now. So it has found... I kind of told you not to mine stone. You're mining stone. This is what we call a bit of a snafu. Bill Rig, why are you mining stone? Or is it just destroying it? I mean, I could just take care of it just as easily by putting it back, in all honesty, but... Or gravel, stone, yada yada yada. There's definitely nothing that I'm getting out of here, and nothing I'm getting out of that. Not to mention, I'm... Yep. Hold up. We need to have a Bill, we need to have a chat here. Stop. Just turned off the wrong thing. I did. No. Bill. Bill. No. You need to go down a little further before you drop this thing in bad place. How bad are you right now? Let's find... Turn the antenna back on, and... Okay, so it isn't actually picking up the stone. That's... kind of counter to what I expected to see. I'm a little worried seeing this because that's going to creep up towards the maximum limit of the entities that I'm allowing in the world. Alright. I will let you get your stone. I can always just jettison out if I need to. Downside is it's not anywhere near the... Yeah, okay, we gotta fine-tune that a bit. Bill. Let's have a chat about your efficiency here. You're... Again, the wrong block. Relaxing is not turning out to be very relaxing tonight. Already killed myself once. no. Why are you dropping like that? No. Off. Sadly, have I loaded you down? Your suspension's holding fine. I dropped your drilling distance. And the antenna back on. Got the show area on. Let's see. So let's go down here. Narrow it in a little bit. Doesn't have to be that big of an area. Oh, that's the other good question, actually, is the survival kit pulling it? Good idea. Okay, oh, good. It is pulling it from somewhere. I don't know where. Yeah, what? Work mode to collect carbs ore veins. Oh. Now I know. And knowing has empowered me. Let's see how that reacts. Aha! There we go. Now it's targeting just the seam in a crazy mixed up way. You know what I kind of feel like? I almost feel like I need to treat this a bit like Satisfactory, where I just have, you know, basically these mining drills that I've plopped out in the world over resources and just have long lines of conveyor belts taking everything back to base. It won't work. The distances involved in the curvature of the planet would just be all manner screwed up, but it would be kind of amusing. Check that out. The last time you got to see a underground ore seam from this kind of angle. Yep, you're coming over on that side now. You're on cobalt. Okay, yeah, I think we can turn off the drill. I'm pretty sure we're full up. I fill up on the stone. Somehow I picked up 24,000 nickel ingot. I didn't even realize there was an area for nickel here, but yeah, lifetime supply. Okay, we're good. That would be it'd be about 3 episodes of PvP worth of processing there, I think. Could be off. Actually, no, yeah, this is like 4, 5, or 6 episodes of it now. That was quick. So now I gotta try to fix the grid out and not into washboard. Not so fast now, I see. Gotta be careful. I don't want to lose the bills either, because those are converted bobs. Can these bills be large grade you place at the ore site? Yep, they can indeed. However, because of the state of the challenge, I have to basically cannibalize a bob to make a bill. So the only bobs I have are small grids. Since I can't make any bigger ones, that's all I got. And let's be honest, that would be overkill. That would be like, well, I mean, even this, think about it, a small grid, you place it over an ore vein, let it sit there for 10 minutes with large enough storage attached to it, and you're pretty much done. That's gonna be really nice when I get to. There's a bill actually at the bottom of the base right now that I left down there, with the hopes of being able to use that to further do excavations and whatnot. And it's going to be interesting to let him loose on that uranium vein down there. Iron stacked over nickel over silicon with stone in between. Ooh. You can do some really interesting stuff with Bill. I mean, I haven't used him for backfill yet, but it's certainly an option. Just to get rid of stone instead of necessarily feeling like I've got to refine all of it. Question is, am I going to be able to get this back up the ramp? And problem number 2 is I did get rid of the conveyor feed system, and I haven't worked out how I'm going to do unloading off of this thing just yet. Uh-oh, Keen wants me to get another piece of useless skin. It's gonna drop it right on top of me to do so. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Thought I had the better angle coming up on this side of it. I did not. Why are you rolling away? I put your parking brake on. No, 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 no. What's this? No, 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 no. I turned the wheels off, that's what. Alright, well. We got what we needed out of the ground. Now that I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about a slightly better approach for next time. We've got enough resources. I'm really not worried about losing that. Mark off, and hey, guess what? I was just saying a moment ago about not being sure how I was going to unload and load this thing. Problem solved. I don't have challenges in this game. I just have well-timed solutions. And inevitably headaches from Lucas to worry about. Just have a stock. That should be able to drop down and connect up. Take care of that for me while I figure out how to get you in here. Am I on the door again? I need to find some better doors to put on here. Which I don't know about anyone else, but yeah, the old Steam Workshop-o be kablemo at the moment for me. And you can't get anything out of it. Hector, and give me my switch lock. There, problem solved, and a handy way to access the cargo system. Oh, good Lord, refinery, can we please stop with the no more to silicon. I don't need any more. I really don't need any more silicon. I want the cobalt. Give me all of my cobalt. I have to pay homage to PvP. I must spend the next 12 episodes doing nothing but refining endless amounts of cobalt. Check that real quick too. That. You just, no, stop doing... Get the silicon out of there, please. I'd rather have nickel eating up the space at this point, honestly. And you can have stone behind it to really backfill it. I think the only thing I don't have in abundance at this point would be uranium. And I've got that on site mineable here. Yeah, I need a more gentle ramp coming up, but I got a nice gentle ramp to work with. We don't have those blueprints available, unfortunately. They are not available at this moment. The ones I would typically do. All right, let's see. Yeah, I gotta get all grid construction going for sure. Now that actually kind of makes me feel like I am driving down into a mine shaft of sorts. I forgot to close the door up there. That was stupid of me. Hang on. Not that I'm really wasting O2, but this is what I need to get the sensors in here for, because I wanted to have it so that the sensors, I could pass this elevator shaft through the floor or through a door automatically, but actually, how is this not airtight? I don't have any voxels poking out up here. Everything is at least a half slab or thicker. Oh, it's gotta be the whatchamacallits. The pillars. Darn those pillars. Also, darn, I gotta get some lighting in here. Give me those. Yeah. Alright. Easy enough. Hopscotch the wheels. Almost made it that time. Okay, yep. Beat me to it. Okay. So this... Okay, good. We are in a sealed shaft now. Perfect. Just need to get some lighting up here. Find something to stick on. Half cover wall will do it. Place it. Survey says yes. Might have actually gotten something done more or less right here. There we go. Now I'm less likely to go plunging to my death. Apparently. Can't say much for this section of the stairs, but oh well. We have a nice interior section of the base that is accessible through upstairs. Build can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be front load electric. Yeah, I know. It's the whole traditional mounting of it kind of thing. It looks so much like a drill that it really does fit in at the front of the craft. I really hope nothing is clanging out up there. I feel like you're settling down a little bit. All right. What am I gonna do down here now that I've got my little man cave going? Also, I need a temporary airlock down here because I realized when I open that up, it's just gonna decompress this entire area again. There's no point in doing that. Nobody wants to decompress. Everyone would like to be able to keep breathing down here. There, one temporary airlock. Need to get a bob down here. That's gonna be the next challenge. In fact, can I do that? Oh, this is gonna be a fun challenge. All right. See if I can do this without destroying everything. This is one of those Pharaoh moments where I'm actually going... just to preempt that. Also make sure I got that out of the way. You need to fit down. I'm not going to do it with that. You need to be 4 wide minimum to actually fit through the door at the bottom. And I think I can get you up on your kind of little cattywampus here. See, like that. Do... That's the antenna mount. We don't want to lose that. Trying to figure where I'm going to be able to place thrusters potentially somewhat safely. There's not a lot of places on this thing. That's what I'm gonna do. Should hold me up. We've got 1, 2 pointing down. We've got the 1 to 1 on each side. The 1 to keep it flipping up. And oh, this is going to be an interesting journey, I think. Well, since you're hooked up to the grid here, let's borrow you, because I'll be able to control the setup from there. It's going to be having to do this off of battery power because I don't have the reactor on it anymore, which is probably a good thing, thinking about that. Let's grab control. Oh, there's... yeah. I need to get that mod on. That moves the control button up to the very top. Alright, thrust power on override. Let's also... the other one's on, regardless, the one I just built. Alright. Here comes the fun part. Oh, you're not gonna get through with this, are you? Hitch up. Hitch up. Do it. Actually, if I... getting there. Okay. This is janky as all hell. If this thing survives the trip, it's going to be a miracle. But it'll be so frickin' fun. You in there? No, not really. It's gotten too long. Don't need that thruster anymore. I can do without the camera on the back if I have to, or the merge block. Can I live without that? Wedged are we in here? Very. If I drop the elevator, it should tip forward and go with it. This could be the loss of Bob number 2. But you know what? Damned if I'm not gonna try. Come on, baby. Go down. Go down. Go on. Go on. In the hole. In the hole. Come on. Come on. No. You want to go down that way. You don't. You kind of want to. Come on. Kick it. Kick it. All right. I got myself wedged in the tire. Let's get the drone out. Must save the Bob drone. All right, so your thrusters are on. Damps are back on. This This isn't janky as all get out at all, no. How in the heck is that? Back to base. I want to see what you're doing. You're acting like you're freely moving, but you're clearly not. You've wedged and phased into the piston. Kind of. Ah, yeah, it's the battery on top. I need to take out the battery. I'll have to put the reactor on it. Because that's the only way that thing is gonna be able to get down there with the whatchamacallit in place. Alright. Reactor is present. Kinda hate losing all those power cells, but it's not like I don't have a million units of silicon to play with here. I'm gonna try to position myself in such a way that I can get the reactor in place without killing myself on the thruster output. I have no illusions that the game would not hesitate to do that in a moment. Power. Scrap metal, thank you. Bob rig. I will get my little lab assistant down there. He's going to come and be my little pet down there as I build out the base. Oh, come on. The next thing I gotta do. Oh, I glitched out this piston grid bad. He's not happy. Can I squeeze under that? Oh, come on. Let me by. You know you want to let me by. No? No, 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 it's stuck. It's wedged. It's no good. Doesn't really have any propulsion to speak of at that point. So I may have to just give it a little bit of a bypass in the wall. No big deal. We're not airtight down here at the moment anyway, so... Two. No, guy. Don't. Oh. Okay, well that's a problem. Wasn't expecting that to happen. Right, tell you what. Get the thrusters off. Let it sit there on that grid for the time being. Oh, don't drag me down with you. Crazy little drone. Alright, so that cost me the bob. On the upside. Get that thing out of there. I think I just lost even more, didn't I? Looks like it. Way to retract this thing out of the way to bring cargo down. And also a personal bypass, too. Okay, most of it survived. The reactor's still there. So how am I going to get a bob down here now that I've fed that pretty much full? Let's see. O2 on that battery, but that was it. Rest, we're over here. Okay, from the Bob junkyard. Got one here with a battery on it. However, that's the only source of power for this setup. Okay, okay, I'll unload the inventory. Quit it. It keeps screaming in my ear. It never stops. I have 30 power cells too, so... I can always come back up here and stick a solar panel on this, and I've got O2 down there, so this really only affects my hydrogen supply. I think just to be on the safe side, pushing this thing when it falls. Because it will when I grind out the last bit of it. Didn't want you to go like that. Okay. I mean, I guess it's saving me some time and effort. Thinking the elevator should be able to handle this load on its own, really. Trying to get this to get over there. Come on. Push. You're not gonna do it. Alright. Hang on. I'll make you go over there. Don't need a bigger elevator shaft. No. That shaft is big enough. I mean, the total passenger capacity area of that elevator is the size of a small bob after all, so... Give him a little bit of a helpful nudge. Maybe not so much a little nudge. Okay, not that. Hey, actually, no, hang on. No, okay. Bobs, you better not be grinding them down. I'm hoping that was repair work that you're doing, not anything else. You're making me nervous. You've already ground down one neutral grid that's come over this way when it decided not have enough statistics left on it for you to consider a friendly part. Fact. Bob. Off. Down. Heal. Sit, Ubu. Sit. Good dog. Really? I'm short one motor. One tiny little insignificant stonking motor. And nothing up here is anything I want to grind a motor off of. Oh, you got motors, right? Got motors for days. All I gotta do is pick them up, deposit them. No big deal. Simple little adjustment in the wheel suspension should pick her right up. Perfect. Of course, the steering's binding on that right now. Something fierce, but... mostly a straight line trip. Okay. Gear up. Lock. And we go a bit heavier on suspension, try to lift over it. There we go. One suspension jump successful, not a problem. All right, you have one more slight problem. I need you on your edge. And I can't put a block there because of the light. You're on your edge here. Nope. Not without some help. I get by with a little help from my wheelie friends. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Up. On an edge. Yes, like that. That's good. You can do it. I have faith in you, battery. Oh, ho, ho, ho. All right. I guess we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Assuming I can get up over the lift into the airlock. Remind me why I haven't built something like a motorcycle yet. Be a lot better at doing this type area maneuvering. No, in. No, 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 no. No, this, you're not going to go in. You're going to... You are going to go in. This is your new home. Are you too good for your home? Hmm. I'm sure I can make this work. Actually, not center. Got offset. Zero chance of me being able to pick that thing up properly that way. I mean, this is gonna be weirdly weird. Come on. What? Since when did this not work? No, 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 no. You don't get a choice in this. You're going to pick that up. Come on. Come on. Oh, you want to pick that up. Brand new gear. You're set. Aha! There we go. Eventually I'll get to pick that up. Yeah, Ren and Stimpy line. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. The Happy Happy Joy Joy song. Let's see. Unlock, unlock. Over the edge. Now. Still no. 3 wide grid. Being outsmarted by an inert block. Yes, exactly. Oh. It's really difficult when you can't actually pick up the block or, you know, rip it out and put it back as a brand new block. It definitely makes this a lot more challenging than you guys might think. We're getting to a point where I'm having a giant lance on the end of this thing to try to do this. Okay. Now here comes the fun part. I gotta reposition the vehicle without smashing that into anything and breaking stuff. Its turning radius is not the greatest to begin with. In fact, I may have just Austin powered this thing. Yeah, I've Austin powered it into the hangar door. I can't move the grid. Alright. Fortunately, there is a rescue vehicle positioned nearby. Oh, this is not going to go wrong at all. No. What could possibly go wrong having a landing gear potentially merge with the wheel? Holy crap, it actually kind of works. I'm not getting any traction out of it because now I've really Austin powered that thing in. Come on, a little further. You can do it, Rover. Come on, you can pull him out. He's not pulling him out. He's trying. Really is. Friction. Give me everything you got. Hold my up here. Watch. This keeps playing in my head. Yeah. Okay, so now I've got all this merged together. All because this is ever so slightly touching that block. It's just lightly caressing the outside of that piston. Not that far off. Let's see if we can... Sure, I don't have parking brake set on that either. Parking brake is not set. Let's see if I can... Yeah, let's try catching from that. Didn't do any good. There we go. Alright, yeah, because landing gear and parking brake lined up. Alright, you might have just enough swing room to make it now. What am I still... Oh! I'll do this perfectly. Okay, I'm crab walking out the opposite angle I really wanted, but you know what? I'm not going to argue with success. This is the jankiest of all contraptions I have ever cobbled together to do something relatively simple in SE. Right here's should... Okay, I might have slammed into the elevator a bit harder than I wanted to there. But it's in the airlock. Okay. Oh, come on. Almost in there. This can in no way possibly backfire. I am that confident in it. It totally backfire. Something is going to blow up at this point. Okay. Let's get out of the way. Back up. Catch the bumper dumper. And since I can't seem to maneuver properly anyways... When in doubt, reposition the lance. Alright. Trying. Yeah, it's pushing back. How do I tip that over? And also... I get the mid-air interception. In the middle of the air. Or badger grinder. Well, that goes great with my badger welder. Hey. At least I got a decent welder out of it. Drop the elevator to see if it gets more room to work with. That's not a bad idea. It'll still be a... You know, it'll open it up a little bit, but it might get hung up on that button. I might have to grind one of those down. Little button that I put it midway to let me actually use it from the car itself. Could be a problem. And let's be honest, the real fix for this would just be to rip it out. It's not that hard to put together, but it's all about the challenge on this one. Are lined up properly there, so if I get into you that way, you are... Yeah, because you would go down, you would fall down potentially. We might lose it, but... might be able to stop this just in time. Let's grab that button and turn that into a on-off. So that's about as far as I want to let it drop without potentially losing anything. It also means the pistons are a bit more extended, so I've got a bit more play in how far I can force this into the shaft, possibly. Oh. Kids, try this at home. After all, an idiot. That piece. That, and then like that. Why not? I'm interacting with things bumping up against the piston that are going to be, in turn, touching a landing gear on a rotored connection. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Retrieve. Capture. Grab. Don't want to put it too far down. Our Lord, our mighty Lord Clank, we summon you. Episode 3, the one where we lost a Bob to a door. Well, we've already lost one to one falling and being ground up by an elevator, of all things. I mean, let's be honest here. There we go. That's what, all right. Just enough. That's right. Out you come. Why am I seeing scrap? What did I... Oh, that... No, that's the piston. The whatchamacallit, the rudder head. Okay, so now I just need to in no way screw this up. Zero, upper limit 90, because turning either way will do it. Set your velocity to hideously slow. I'm okay with it doing that. We're gonna have a gyro lift to help you out a little bit. Don't know why I didn't think about this in the first place. Because now we can properly load the elevator as soon as I drop it, re-grab it. Yeah, that's while it's doing that. Over here. Nope. You. Alright, it's that but I have it configured. Whoa, on. Yeah, in no way absolutely terrifying. Nope. Alright. Let's grab switch lock and auto lock. Drop it. Suspension. I should really just add a shortcut for adjusting the suspension strength. Out mid height. So it's as good as we're going to get. Auto lock back on. Grab it. Wheels back up to normal's power. The gyro power to turn that, and I gotta go to the left quite a bit. Seriously? I need to counterweight that thing? The azimuths are pretty heavy. Oh, come on. Come on, give me a view. Tell me this is going in there. Oh, we've got it lined up perfectly. Come on. Let's go a little further. That is good. It's not going to smash itself to bits. Maybe if I pull it. Look at it from here. All right. Auto lock is off. Unlock. Pull back. She's loaded. We're getting there. Hey, now, can I get this thing off the front so I can get in? Oh, that's right. I got Bob off too. And rotor on a landing gear. Would not have expected that to work out. All right, friend. Down you go. This can in no possible way go wrong. I am that confident. This is how these parts should have gotten down there in the first place. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Okay. There were many sparks, many showerings of things. Not gonna lie, that was unexpected. Now I got the next problem. How do I get this stuff out of here? Shit. Should I leave myself anywhere near enough room to get in there? Not according to the game. Okay. I think this went through. It's not the door I'm worried about. It's how I'm going to get it out of here, because I don't have anything that can provide me motive power down here except that, which is virtually destroyed right now. You've got that. You're just missing a gyro. You've got power. You've got the remote block. You've got the antenna. Might be able to work with this. Super Leggera version of the Bob drone. I think manages to lift off. It'll be a miracle. Alright. In fact, it's actually apparently lost its identifier at some point. Well, that's the grid upstairs. That's clearly the other grid. You have an antenna on you. Are you just damaged beyond use? Were. Now you're not. Probably not control that thing from right there. It's probably a very bad idea. If I can get this out of the shaft, get a landing gear in front of it and drag this stuff out, or get the, because I can get this to reattach. I've got the welding mod that I can work with. So I can reattach. I can basically get all this stuff attached back to each other. It'll be just like it was before almost. The trick is... get out of there. Alright, Bob Rig. Let's bring you back from the dead. Okay. Mr. Power. Where am I currently here? That's the back edge of the elevator, so I need to... Right, like that. Good, 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 good. Attitude control back under the belt. Good, good, good. And... Okay. That works. However, it's too long. I can't get a gear on the front of it. Alright, it's out of the way at least. That's the important part. If the big important part of that has been figured out. Now I just gotta try to somehow do the rest of this. Oh, if I had just one small steel tube, I could turn it into a fulcrum. That would be great. Can't really get any leverage from there. This is all your fault, you know. This is all your fault. I tried to keep you so desperately alive. We wouldn't be in this predicament now, would we? Tell you what, can we... there we go. Azimuth reactors are not the lightest thing in the world. If I try to take the elevator up, might be able to have that tip forward. That is a huge if. Oh, she rides. It's good. Okay. All right, this is going to get interesting now. I can... That's in a perfect spot. Weld pads. I don't know if this is going to work because it's... This is so close to even merge block territory is not going to work. Yeah, it's not because it's exactly a 3x3 cavity on the bottom. I need a perfect storm to make that possibly work. I don't think I have a perfect storm in me on that one. I know, Wilson. I was in the same boat myself. I was expecting it to at least crush the azimuth battery. Alright, we're in... I still am in the predicament, yeah. That will make it a bit more palatable to being able to move it around. So, being able to get a little bit of... There we go, leverage. Come on, game. Anything? Nope, you're not letting me move it back from the edge at all. But in a better spot for that. Oh, no, better yet. Give me the coupler. Ah, you got rid of my welder. Curse you. Curse you and your inevitable betrayal. And just think, we only have to look forward to only having 4 buttons I can possibly overwrite in the future. Ew. Okay, this is... I think the coupler's got a little bit of a texture glitched with the new textures there. No, even that's not gonna work. Problem is I can't just attach it off a side because it's going to behave really wonkily to do that. Let's... I dare try for it. Getting this kind of a tight fit in SE is generally impossible. This is one of those, don't tell me the odds parts of Star Trek here. Never tell me the odds on this one. Least of which is getting it to weld. It's the hardest part about that weld block. You've got power. Can I get into your inventory somehow? Probably not because I pushed you over the edge. I do some really weird gymnastics to find it. There's that one. Need to do the same. The slightly less accurate jetpack. Got it. Yeah, come on, a little more. Okay, you're good. Alright, this is going to work or it's going to explode. Either way, should be a heck of a lot of fun, right? Let's grab our bob rig one more time. Roll. Okay, that's looking quite on. I gotta make sure I position this well too, or I'm gonna start burning away everything on that. It's not right. That. Actually, yes, I'm already hitting the grid there. Okay. This might work. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Weld. Happy little Weld mod. Telling me exactly how far I need to get this thing to go. Oh, she lives. All the thrusters have gone into override because of the weight, but she lives. You know what? We're not even gonna try. Just let me get down here and start getting killed. I should just be able to drop it straight down that opening. I'm not gonna try to get that down the stairs. I pushed my luck enough with this one. Oh, there is only so far I'm willing to push that. Ooh. There's the fun part. Where are you? There. Of course there's not enough room to bring you down straight. Alright. And we're down. Oh yeah, she needs more thrust. Definitely needs more thrust. Oh. All that to get a bob down into a tiny little corner of my base. Oh man. Alright, let's get you fixed up for thrust. You need to... I want to do that, or do I want to Atmo? Something to be said for actually going for Atmo down on the base. Aside from needing 1,000,001 motors. Bobs, I need you online now. Not worried about any more potentially random non-associated bits running around. Time being, it's not going to be able to fit through doors if I do that, but... Short motors? I don't suppose this Bob's carrying anything. No. Large steel tubes as well. Alright. I can help you out there, game. And those. Yay, get me access to it somehow. Come on. Actually, you're down anyways. Forgot about the gyro. Thrusters off. Check all thrusters. Atmo all as well. Off. That's okay, we can flip them right the other way around anyways. Not like a grid has to have the orientation that came down in, right? Of course, this means I could have just focused on building the Bob. You know, getting these 2 blocks down here and forget the rest of it, but... Details! Tiny details. I kind of want to get this... See if I can get in a slightly better... I don't want to do that. Actually, I could just build them to flip back over anyways. It's not a bad idea. I should probably get the gyro in before I did that, shouldn't I? Alright, you can have your power off. Even just a temporary gyro, hold it. There you go. If we lose the Bob, we lose the gyro. And honestly, at that point, yeah, I've lost everything. Advanced rotor on the conveyor system, then small head to the I get for reading chat while on jetpack. Oh well, I can get back down. I have to get back down anyways because I gotta get the this all sealed back up anyways. All right, we're not airtight right now. Not airtight in our walking disaster. Nothing but holes in the floor all over the place down there. Building. Nope, you push those tools out. Alright. Grinder. Okay. Interesting spelling of that. I have my things back. And the advanced ones. That's what I'm looking for, game. All that fun stuff. You know, the stuff that keeps me alive, basically. Stuff that also needs refilling. Eep. I go easy on the hydrogen. Alright. Arrow. Motor. I'm kind of thinking, actually mentally trying to figure this out at the moment. You get all the little bits and bobs that I had in my inventory back in place. That. Those, couple of those, more motor. Thatched. Okay, and some metal grids too. I guess I could pick up those. Alright, you've also got that thruster there, which, hang on, I might wind up short a grinder. Alright, to start grinding stuff down, I couldn't. Get back my grinder. That pulled, that's got backwards, that's got up, down, forwards. Okay, should have everything we need to flip it back over. Oh, for the love of seriously. Right, I don't have to do this with full support of those engines. Can't go up at the moment. All right. On should there take off some of the weight on those thrusters. I didn't want to start burning through the floor here while I try to redesign. All right, let's go for something a little different, shall we? Hold there. Hold there. So I want this to be something I can actually get through a door if I can. Without so much of a ridiculous amount of work to get it done. Thrusters. More outside I can actually get to. We don't have many of these angled. We don't have any of the really many of the modular thrusters left, so I try to keep the part usage there to a minimum. Okay, that gives me that. So now he'll stay upright. Improve on rear thrust a bit. Let's do that. And careful with this one. I don't think anything's attached to it. Watch out for inventory full, because that's not going to help matters. Okay, if you there. I'm gonna go for as much of the forward thrust because I got that gyro in the way. I don't want to rip that out at the moment. Amusing thing. This isn't quite up to the point where I'm willing to turn on its bob to help me out here, but is an option potentially. Should be out of. Could be out of thrusters or not. No, we still have more. Okay, so that should give it something to help with that. We need kind of back on it again. Okay. This backwards thrust anymore. Side thrust. I kind of don't want to cheat with the modular thrusters and just use the 'cause I could really get away with doing a lot more of a tight design if I were borrowing the tighter stuff like this or this one, which doesn't have the veins on it, but I kind of hesitate to unless I can find a way to make it work stylistically. What I should do is connect up to that grid. See about safely lowering it to the ground before I do anything more. There we go. All right. That's not going to fly away from me any second. A little safer about doing this. I'm going to stick the reactor. I guess I don't really need 2 thrusters for this thing. I mean, that's kind of overkill when you think about it. Let's drop it. You can easily drive this thing with just 1 thrust. It doesn't have to go fast. It just has to be able to carry a lot of stuff, right? And then reactor. Come on. There you go. Back on power. Don't need that braking thrust because that's redundant now. Same amount of thrust in the back and forward. Let's see. A 3 wide body that I need to fit thrust on, and I want to kind of keep it. Do I really want to do that? Do I really want to cheat with that one? work it stylistically into this, I think. So, I mean, I'm kind of questioning whether the collision box will still be there for that. I don't think it will. Yeah, this will work. Here. Kind of doesn't fit precisely, but it covers it up just enough. Except I've got one problem. I don't have... Okay, I have two problems. One, it replaced my grinder. Two... It's gotta be something a bit more... It's... trying to get the word for it here. There is a bit of mad scientist in me, absolutely going gleefully cackling right now. Something along the lines of... Where are you? Half, I don't want half. I want... Oh, where's that transition block I'm looking for? Never remember where it is. Half to half, no. Nope, that one doesn't fit quite right. That one... Oh. The problem is I've gotten a specific shape in my head right now, and everything I'm thinking about is just being automatically cued and rejected out of hand by my brain cells. Lack of anything better to fit for a transition. Just do, no, something like that. Need to get the camera back in there, but actually that doesn't quite work as well as I wanted to, and I don't think I have any other alternatives for the camera. Move the control block up because that's in a good area, so I guess... Hang on. I'll be able to borrow a little cup of that. Because this thing's also got a name I've got in mind now, too. Not that. Get a small one, but not like a... Need the small ship mod version. Here, friend oxygen generator. Too long. You need to keep it as close to 3x3 as possible. Nope. This is design. This is design influencing the setup here now. We're past the point at which Farrell is caring about whether it will fit through a door. It'll still fit through a door in one direction, at least. I mean, at this point, also doesn't have the ability to turn itself over because it won't backflip it right now. But I could fix that pretty quickly. quickly too. Let's right, because your stupid block placement things. No, I can't because I wouldn't be able to get in the O2 gen. I actually see the giving me the option to actually open the bob there for a second, I could swear. Saw your outline pop for a second. Oh well. Back you. R710 because the grid got split at one point. Has a little bit of vagaries, like a kind of a little dog, a faithful dog, you could say. 4 thruster legs, a bit of a tail coming out the back, a bit of a nose, head out the front. You know, it's not exactly a proper dog, but for something that can potentially save my life by carrying an onboard O2 generator, why not? It's like the Burmese mountain dogs. I think they're Burmese mountain dogs. I could be wrong about the name on that. I apologize if I am. Alright, let's get this mess fixed. Oh my god, I tore apart the whole base to make this happen. All I could have done was just take out the elevator and rebuilt it. It wasn't that much. But that wouldn't have been relaxing. That was fun. Fun little challenge that I don't normally present myself with. Come down here. We'll get you back to that door. That piece, the door needs to be of, what call it, material. That stuff. All the pieces I can put into there, and grid's kind of doing a weird little twisting thing as I go up the shaft there. Good. So now the elevator's also got the emergency stop available for it. And it looks like we've actually got O2 filtering into this area somehow, so that's a good sign. Elevator is intact once again. I think I got the block below the elevator I gotta put back in. Exactly, Costi. That was kind of what I was starting to have in mind there for a second, and that's also why it's R710. As opposed to K9. Because that name's already taken. And he should work pretty good. Let's see if 710 control. Oh, that's right. We do that from a cryopod. Stupid game. I just be resting in my cryopod and just not completely frozen, just mostly frozen. All right, let's get that. Get all of this stuff fixed. Camera view. I gotta redo the thruster groups somehow. That's gonna be fun. Why do you do this? Terminal? Oh, no, because you're gonna now confuse me about whether I'm in or out of the grid. Yes, I realize what I'm reaching into at this point to do this too. And those on and off to save power. Oh, we want thruster block on off. Toggle the bob on and off. Do with the antenna. We don't. Might as well turn the O2 gen on and off. All right. So... See? He wants to go walkies. Robot wants to go walkies. Robot wants to go walkies. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's a good robot. Forming an emotional attachment to an inanimate object. You have to change the name of the series to Insane Survival. It's not doing too bad for guidance there. And even single thruster, that's pretty good. You say we wanted to have plenty of room down here? Okay, now the next question is... I'm gonna put this thing right to test. Oh, that's a tight fit, but she makes it. Gyro is a bit on the wonky side. I don't know what the deal is there, but... Take a look, see what orientation it's winding up and down here. Ah, yeah, that's why, because it's having to fit against the top of the room like that. Okay, that's understandable. Get out of the way before it burns through anything. Actually, here's the real trick. Balance the grid just the right way. Yeah, if I tip forward, I start to lose momentum there, but... That... Nope, not enough. I'm trying to think of a way that I can tip the grid in such a way that I could get to the bob, but... Nope. At the very least, I've got a bob down here. It's better than nothing. The R7 unit, unlike the R5, is a faithful companion and without the brain capacity to clean windows properly. And I would say this would be the superior model, wouldn't it? I mean, this thing has demonstrated the ability to basically come apart on the field and be reassembled. I mean, it re-welded together in a grid capacity that space engineers usually won't let you get away with. I'm still surprised that actually worked. Fit on those grids was so tight, that should not have been doable at all. That should have been just like, yep, nope, you're not going to be able to get these grids in just the right alignment to do this. Displays. What about glass? Any? None. Production. Good up. All right, this should now be properly airtight, causing the other room to decompress. That close that door quick enough. Perfect. Okay, we got ourselves an airtight airlock now. Now we can get down here to where the bill that built this place Has apparently left some of the materials that I got off of it down here. That's going to be the next challenge, is trying to get that up and running. I got to get that mounted up to the ceiling, so... Good news is, I mean, really, if I have to, I can always trim the tail off of. Just kind of put it there so I would have something to... Maybe a short-tailed variant. Bobtail. But that's there to keep me from smashing out that thruster, really. So, same thing with the front. It's a little further than it needs to be, but it works. Going to temporarily cap that off. As soon as I have enough steel to do it. Try to figure out a way to get that bob mounted in such a way get the bill mounted in such a way that he's going to be able to properly brain dead, derp. Need him to be able to be in a fixed position out of the way so I can use him to help build out the base below. I have plans for him, many plans. Temporarily establish a wee little bit of a rudimentary airlock. So if I blow that, I'm not going to lose it. Alright, so we've got you. I really doubt you're going to be able to pick that up. That one in place. How do I get you? Oh, at least that doesn't matter anymore now. And down into there. How is he going to be able to lift that? He's got the lift capacity, but I've got to have him flat out to get down there. So landing gear is definitely going to be a thing we have to worry about. Here's the other trick. My hydrogen is on the low side. I can't really exactly keep jump jetting around here. I start thinking about saving that stuff. Control, grab it. If I were trying to operate this through telepresence, I can't go down there and add a whatchamacallit dock to it. I can certainly try to pick it up. I don't know how well that's going to work. Wish this process were a bit easier. There we go. Oh, actually, there's one other thing I should do. I have room for it on this one. The other one that was kind of an afterthought. Forward on the camera is towards the... Up on the camera is towards the front, so I'll remember that. Computer. Stabilize that. There we go. Alright. So help keep clearance on everything. Camera headed to R5. Just make sure I've got clearance through here. Oh. Yeah, that's an awkward way to steer that thing. Also really awkward when you can see through stuff like that. All right, let's picture down. put any lights on her. That was probably a mistake. Clearance here. Good. That's good right there. Let it out. Okay, we've got capture. I gotta go down there anyways to unlock the other gear, so it's gonna be the moment of truth. I'm not gonna grind your gear down. I'm just gonna say lock is off and unlock. Okay, thrusters look like they've got it. I'd like to have a slightly easier way to get you out of there. A little bit safer. I'm going to hit the edge of that, but there's nothing I can do about that. We've got room to dump it up here. Good. Of course, this is a faithfully, and it's already proving much more useful on the field right now, too. I like. Alright, boy. Get home. That's not bringing it home. It's bringing it sideways. Okay. Spare parts for that are upstairs, so I can't do anything with that. Thing's gotta be fully loaded. There you go. But edge it out. Edge it out. Come on. No. Ah, the flight profile of this thing is hideous right now. It's almost like I'm flying without damps at the moment. I think we got it up. Okay, that's a problem. Can we... Bill, you're not being very cooperative right now, I might add. Problem is I've got enough thrust to lift it, but I don't have enough thrust on override to hold it at an altitude. First things first, let's make sure we don't lose it. How do I get you out of there? Yeah, the side thrust is completely insufficient on this. I could build in some more on it. Plenty of room on the side back here to do it. Have to go upstairs, aka poor man's airlock. How's it low and cold in here? I've got everything. Oh, that'd be why. Sure, that's not airtight. Well, let's keep it airtight, and then I managed to screw that up. Let's get those. We're gonna need some tubes. Once I've got those, plenty of displays, small. Yeah, I should have it on there at this point to. Cheapo Depot airlock, ladies and gentlemen. Now yours for only a simple low price of 25 steel plate. For when absolute security is not really a thing. Where's that? That one. The magic block, the thing that does actually what I want it to. Behold, I have given you more power. And to keep you from going completely and utterly cattywampus, have even more. Okay, not complete more, but mostly there more. It's mostly there. Granted, the up thrust is the big problem. I just need to get this up and laid somewhere at least. Remote control. Control. Yeah, that's the gyro is the problem right now, actually. It's that. In conjunction with everything else. On your side, so I can tip you up like that. Yeah, it is insufficient thrust. If I try to boost the thrust on this anymore, it's going to be a real bad spot. Come on. I'd like to keep it there, but it doesn't want to hold it. Does not want to come out whole. Can I flip it up and over and roll it? This is going to be one of those situations where board control is going to help. There's something R5 can't do. I made the passenger seat. Oh well. It's already got remote control. Roll it like that. Tip it. Like so. And that should be on deck. I'm bashing my head into that. Let's grab lock and switch lock. And drop. I think it fell back down. Yeah, fall down. Okay. I don't mind the challenge of upper cockpit on there, please. I don't mind the challenge of flying it through a remote. It's just such a pain to get in and out of it. All right. That downward looking camera. I see you down there trying to lock up gear. What you think about it? I'm laying it down and coming back up as I don't know if I can get down there to get it. I'm in a bad spot now. I can. All right, that's gear's got the lock off currently. That way. Level it out and down. That's as high as I can bring it with chair on. Is it enough? There's the half block now. Yeah, I can't even do that. Still, I can get slightly better scaffolding under it. And if I'm willing to sacrifice the chair, I can definitely... Oh, actually, no, I could do... Rid of that. Rid of that. Come on, forward. There you go. That room where the Gatling floor is above here. Now we're out of the way. Oh, we can breathe again. I just have to figure out a new home for it. Yes, if I'm gonna be honest, we're not far off from one here. Rearm that gear. All right. Huh. Now for the fun challenge of always trying to control grid in a direction you're not thinking about trying it. Or not thinking about flying it, I should say. Control. Station. I need to kind of get it precise. So maybe what I'm thinking of here isn't so much... No, not over. Actually, yeah, I need to go over a bit more. Or... enough room above it. Get a piston head on that thing, or not piston, rotor head. Have to be... Yeah, unable to. Get off that side, though. Part. One rotor. Just not gonna place there because grid's in way. Okay. I moved the grid. Grid go by. computers. Mortal weakness. Come here. Also. Go bye-bye. Oh, what shenanigans have I been up to? You have missed a lot. Grab motors instead of computers. Needs computers, grabs motors, because, you know, motors are computers. They calculate things. Really, they do. Alright, let's see what we got. One final bit of docking. 10, give me your flight controls. Forwards. That is almost dead center. All right. Here comes the fun part. Is this going to smash things to pieces? I didn't like that. I don't blame R7 for that. Go ahead and pop your landing gear loose. There. It'll slide right out. Let's not encourage that angle that often on this grid. It's a bit crazy side. Let's see. Thrust power. Don't put that on. Don't know why that was on, but it was. All right. We have captured our Bob grid. Or errant bill grid, I should say. We've captured our errant after the destruction of 2 Bobs. Our Bob rover is once again intact. Even better. We have everything we need, because that Bob's now in a fixed location, so I can accurately do building down here. I'm kind of thinking is should maybe find out some directions here to go. That direction, maybe a tunnel off in that way. Yeah, something like that should do. Don't want to have anything going around the piston necessarily, because that's going to be, or the rotor, because that would be rather painful. And all that said, now I'm charged up here. We have that. Take the executive elevator up to the top level, please. I could probably conquer some of this side-to-side sway if I put some side blocks on here, I suspect. Half blocks or something. And voila, we're on the surface. Grid that needs to really kind of get out of the way here before I lost and powered again. This thing never should be in the hangar, I found out the other day. Okay, it's off. Parked. Next challenge, I think, is going to be trying to... Oh, that's right. I took the power off that. We need solar array up and running over here. This is a matter of... Oh, I need this down in the other location, really. Might be able to make it happen. There. I still plate that. Some semiconductors, don't know why I have those. Power. Oh, that was in the connector. Never mind. I'm not carrying that stuff currently. Some of that should be very useful, I suspect. Let's see if we can potentially pull that stuff back in. The rest when I get up there. Oh, the shenanigans. Yes, indeed. That's what a feral does, is have shenanigans. I leave myself a lovely little outcropping here that I just drove myself into. Oops. Come on, Garrett, you can do it. No. Close enough anyways. And... this thing's gonna be front heavy. Small coupler. Close enough that you want to try to interact. Let's do that. Still not enough. We dip down a little lower. Come on, gyros, you can do it. Let's see. Rear wheels. Right. Oh, you almost had it. And you let go. A little bit out from the front here. Now I need to bring down the back. Oh, we could get this. Bit of creative terrain shifting. Oh, that's good. That's a much better angle. Better. I might be able to work with that. Oh, come on. These blocks want to be together. I know they do. How if I do that and keep inching away? Come on. Come on, gyrosphere, give me a little more power here. Come on, game, snap them together. You know they want to. Ah, the whole rover keeps wanting to try to shift to the left is the problem. Wheels have gotten worn down in those grooves. All right. Better. Oh, let's just be quicker to landing gear it on, but I want to refill the bottles, and that means I need to hook that thing up to this rover's power supply. Oh, wow, this is like playing the crane game almost now. Okay, yep, that's not gonna work. Like that, it's not. Can we... Could you just get out of this ditch that you've put yourself in here, you silly little rover, yo? How did you get mixed up in that? Go out. Get away. That thing is icky and just does not want to come along. I want to go for a ride. Very uncooperative grid. Tell you what, if I knock down the willpower, would you potentially consider grabbing it from there? Gal, that's what I'm trying to do. Because this grid's got no power, I'm trying to pick it up to bring it back intact into the base. Problem is, I don't have a proper crane or very maneuverable vehicle to do this with, so I need to kind of force... No, that's the other way I didn't want you to go. Terrain is the problem here. That and wheels that are acting... What? You're not going downhill. What are you... Oh boy. This grid is just... Wide angle or wide body vehicles and space engineers just do not work. Ease it in there. Ease it in. No, that's... It's like giving it a hug. Come on. There's the... There you go. There's connector. There we go. Connector forces are kicking in. And now it's going downhill. Tires won't turn left because every time I turn left, the whole grid slips downhill. All right. Let's... A little bit... Let's see if that helps it out. So now I need gyro on this. Or gyro steer. This is how to do something without building a hideously complex crane. Just brute force it. Come on. Up. There you go. Come on. Oh, you almost did it. You almost merged it. The camera knows you're trying to do this. Sumo wrestling with Space Engineer grids, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. You just don't want to do that because you're trying to tip down. Wedged in a good spot. I'm tackling us from this angle now. Tiny little bit of... Right, I'm getting 2 grids. Yeah, you're right. Train. No, absolutely. The physics are doing a tremendous job on this one. It's just... Up, down. Oh, come on, lock. Hey, there we go. And now I gotta try to get this thing out here. And there goes the hydrogen. But I've got power to this grid now. Which means I can get in it. I can find the cockpit hole before I lose all the last of the H2. Yeah, alright.
Inventory full.
What? Inventory. Here. Haha. I'm not going to suffocate at least. And some fresh hydrogen would be nice if you don't mind. What little is left on this. Alright. So now that we got this emptied out. Right, yeah. Stones. Here, go play some pachinko here. In the wild stone, it runs off into the wilderness, released from its captivity. Where it will end up, we don't know. But we'll always be thinking about that stone in the mist. Inventory full again. Just cleared out the thing that was jamming it up. Alright. I'll fill something somewhere with some things. Can't say my inventory is not full now. Basically, I just need to transfer stuff over. I don't need the oxygen tank full because I have O2 on the base. The reason for getting this grid is it does have some valuable parts on it, so... is there anything I can do? That you're not. However, hideous gyro power is gonna pay off. Provided the notoriously short wheelbase doesn't flip me over. Oh, the gyros on this thing is ridiculous. I always remember it. It's the leftovers of the whatchamacallit, the nano waffle. That's right. I want to hook this thing up to base power somehow. Right. We got it here. It's on flat ground. oxygen. It's the ice that I need more than anything. Is there any left on board? Okay, tell you what then. Let's get this grid out of the way. That's gyro steering there alone. That's kind of scary. Wheels off. Good. I'm gonna need the oxygen generator off that, or the oxygen farm at least. I need to have this guy set up for a little bit of a run next time, because not having ice is gonna be a problem. We need ice badly. Just be prepared to go on. No, it doesn't hurt to have two, and then we'll just fit some small grid oxy tank on that side and hydrogen on the other. Get this thing outfitted for a little bit more adventuring. We'll go down and grab the certainly grab the reactor. Actually, I should be able to build my own at this point now. Can't imagine we don't have the components necessary for it. Yeah, that's the last of my hydrogen. That's a problem. Alright, so we need steel plate, which we've got. Construction components. Superconductors for an azimuth. Computers. Construction tube that. That many tubes. Also got plenty of room for some additional batteries too. I'll wire you in. Gonna need reactor components too, but worry about those in a moment. It's motors and reactor components. Alright. Let's get some reactors and get out of our dark age of not having enough of anything. Bob should be building that up. Left over, and should finish that up in the grids, right? Oh no, you're all set. Perfect. I don't know if I have enough uranium to spare for that one, guys. That's kind of a key thing there. Alright, so now this thing can afford to run during the night. During the day, we'll be at least getting some oxygen out of it. Not a heck of a lot, but we'll be getting something. We can pipe up that and an O2 generator on board. Preferably the other one. When it actually fits properly. That tube. The oxygen tank. Finish her up for me, Bob. Bob. There you go. Okay. I think we're doing pretty good there for getting this ready to go. May not have a drill anymore, but yeah, I got myself a little bit of a long-range exploration rover. With only 1 day of power? can turn some stuff off. I don't need the generator running. You don't have... You got 2 azimuth batteries. Telling me 13 J's just standing here? Right, more uranium then, I guess. Oh, that's right. I already do have an O2 gen on it. Yep, you're right. Well, I got an extra one. It's actually giving me some extra piping, so no big loss there. Doesn't hurt to have a spare, especially with the way I drive. Yeah, forgot that one was right there in line on everything, but no, this doesn't hurt. Power. Back up. Ice. All right. So there might be one other thing I want to grab. Do it with the angle that they're at, but we're going to give it a shot. How'd you get all that junk in you? Oh, right. That was me that did it. Oops. It was I that did the dirty deed. Do. Back that to there. I need interior plate. What do I have on the ground in front of me? Interior plate. Can I pick up any of it? No. Well, what good are you? Got any of those? Well, this guy here is empty. It's damaged and empty. It's damaged. I'm kind of thinking about putting a... trying to get the bobs to run side... at least one bob with me on the side there. I can get the benches back on later. Your plates, you say? I'm sure I can scavenge up some of that here. Ore detector. Yeah. Oh, I'm up in there. Okay, great. Scavenge the one off of this guy, wherever the heck I put it. Hey, you got an ore detector, friend. Where did I... Ah, there. Sneak up on the ore detector. At least expecting it. Bounce. That's not bad. Steel, whatchamacallit? Not a lot of interior plate left there. I'll have to consume some more. Yeah, Bob to a new bill. I want to actually hold off on that because this thing is... I think we've seen that Bill can really fill inventories up pretty darn quick. Alright, so you are being held upright by that. This whole hillside is going to be hideously chewed up by the time I'm done with it. I think this will work. For something a bit more... Something that would probably work a bit better if I was approaching it from the other direction. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Crunch, come on. Off of whatever you're grounded out on, please. Yeah, definitely gonna need more room. A bit more clearance on that side. Come on, you hoppy little thing. Get over there. Let's see if we can do a bit of... brute force that area. Nope, 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 I'm not gonna fall in that trap again. The dangerous sand trap to fall into. Oh, well, if I just stick a block there, then suddenly Farrell is chasing after Rover as it bounds across the Martian plains. Seriously, out of basic materials again. Okay. Build down that giant hole of a base, that would be tricky, yeah. Oh, it's not tearing up the underside that bad, though. I mean, bits and pieces, sure. So that's right. This is the guy who's also got the ice in him, too, if I remember right. Why this is really out here. Things here and maybe split those grids so I can get to the... I would just feel better with the full tank sitting in reserve right now. Come on. Yeah, there's our reserve ice. I still had some left. Let's see. Two for the good one. There we go. Refilled. I have a little bit left over in the tanks to top off next time I get in. That one. Small steel tube construction components. Otherwise, it's going to take me forever. Back and forth. New build for up on the surface. Eventually, yeah. That's definitely going to have to be something. I've got plenty of stuff still up here to choose from. Components. We've got computers, we've got that, we've got steel tubes. And room on the wheels should do it. Oh, come on. You know, I position you in such a way that I would be able to link you up, drag them out, and link them up properly. Now suddenly, like, oh, no, no, no. We're going to behave. Yeah, now they're really going to behave. I wasn't expecting to be able to get the blocks this close. Tell you what, I can do... That should be safe for that wheel. Should not immediately go into Clang-inspired acrobatics when I do this. No, the subgrid certainly will, and relocate itself again. Okay. You got plenty of room on that suspension. Oh, come on. No. You're so close. That's not fair. Come on, game. Cut me a break for that little distance on a small grid? Come on, let's see if we can move. Nope, can't move those. You are so flipping close. That's unbelievable. I might be able to drag it up. Oh. Silly suspension arms to get grids to tilt ever so slightly. Come on, a little more. A little more. Game, I can't get these any better aligned in a ground vehicle. That's perfect. Why? Why you gotta be like this? Oh, so close but so far. Try. I don't want to drill any further under the grid. Rock it a little bit back and forth. I could also try for an X if I wanted to. Great, I'm teabagging a ray of bobs. Something I never thought I'd ever be doing in Space Engineers. Trying to use the gyro when I come up. Right to the right a bit. Alright, let's take that tail off of it. That might not be helping. Seriously, how much closer do I have to get this? The grid's trying to follow me. It knows it. It's probably the wheel interfering with it, isn't it? Now it's getting all sorts of weird discombobulation. So close. why do you want to not let me put it there, but let me put it there? Oh, wow, you're that close on the edge, too. Alright, let's try one more time here, and then I'm gonna give up on that. Much rather have a Bob along with me, but if I can't, so be it. Okay, that's rounded out. Back and get back in that block. Game, come on, there you go. Jeez. Friction. Can I get you just at any angle, you know? These bobs out here, I don't want to leave them out forever. It's sunburn. I suppose I could turn this joiner block sideways. A little worried about the proximity to the suspension. I mean, even this is kind of a little on the iffy side. Of course my inventory is full. My inventory is always full. It isn't ever not full. Better way to do it. I do want to pick these up and get these on the grid, but I think I'm going to take a bit of a think on that approach between episodes, because obviously just humping these things along is not helping. I kind of like the idea of having the bobs out of the front like tusks, so, you know, it's really cool. So close in it so far. What about a mid mount? Wouldn't work too bad either. Really, I just need to get another flying grid out here. Not a full-on bob grid, but just a light little carrier, pretty much. And that would probably serve the same bet. But I've got the good news is I have that little bit of ice left over, but bad news is it's not a lot of it left over. Let's be honest. That's not going to last much longer if I keep jumping around on a low-graph planet like this. We're down to the last of the salvage out here, which is nice. Well, at least the stuff that's back at the base still has to, I have to figure out what to do with that. What am I going to do with you guys? Can you even fix that one now? Almost. And we have a working elevator in our base, which is nice. It's nice to have fun things to play with. We've got the build down there. We've got our roving vehicle down there. So if we need to carry things around, we certainly can. 6 bobs. It's all we've got left to work with. Gonna be interesting. Anyways, we will catch up with this next time. I gotta figure out, do I really want to risk a crane? Because I gotta admit, it would be pretty handy to have a crane. Especially if I gave it like a bob drilling arm. Or a bill drilling arm, for that matter. We'll catch up with that next time on Relaxing Survival. Hey, I managed to actually get through without too much salt today. Not too much excess salt. A little bit, just a tiny little bit. I mean, at least he did fix the inventory stuff. I'm glad to see that, most of it. Still a little buggy in some areas, but tomorrow, Kerbal Space Engineering, as far as I'm aware of, is still on. I have not heard, literally, not heard potentially from Wasted on whether we're still on for tomorrow. Hopefully his voice is Well, not really. His voice is the problem. It's his diaphragm at that point. Ugh. Hopefully we'll be able to talk, and if not, we may have a little bit of an Australian hobo along with us as well. Along with Spacebar. I know Textfire is not going to be able to make it, unfortunately. But we'll have Kerbal Space Engineering tomorrow. Monday, as always, Mecha Monday with Battletech. Coming up on some of the missions. I got to try to railroad through those in 3 weeks, because otherwise, I'm not going to be able to jump right over to MechWarrior 5. That's the problem. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I know this is kind of a bit of a long, grindy episode with me doing a lot of silly things, but, you know, sometimes you play around with some of the silly things in this game, you get some interesting results, like an elevator, small grid. It's working out pretty nicely in there, aside from swinging back and forth. But we've also got plenty of things left to try here, and more mods slowly making their way back. Unfortunately, trying to pick some new ones is a little difficult because of the Steam Workshop issues at the moment. But what can you do? Be back next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have an excellent weekend. Catch you later.